Welcome back, friends, with more of The Big Bang Theory. This is Season 6, Episode 14. Last time, it did wind up being a rather heartfelt episode by the end of it, but, I mean, the guys, first of all, they started with having their car stolen on the way to Comic-Con, and then people made fun of them on the way to get help, and then at the diner as well, they kept getting made fun of. It was really sad. But once they got home, they heard all the girls arguing about their favorite comic book characters. That was really nice, and they got more back into their own interests. They stopped feeling so bad, and it was nice to see. All right, full reaction is going to be on Patreon, in the link in the description below. Leave a like, and let's get started.
Sheldon, your food's getting cold.
I'll eat later. Right now, I'm suckling at the informative bosom of Mother Physics.
People are eating.
Sheldon talks dirty.
Oh, Amy would love to be here.
I found this website. Make an action figure out of you. How awesome is that?
You see? Leonard,
Cool.
you get a little asthma inhaler.
That's pretty cool.
Kind of cool to have ones that look like us, don't you think?
Penny!
If that's your idea of what's cool, you should get one.
Yeah, so I'm out.
What do you think, Sheldon? Would it come with Kung Fu grip?
Sure?
No?
Or
Don't waste my time.
don't waste my time.
You get that these are personalized action figures.
Honey, if you want one, just get one.
You're still out, right?
Yep.
Aww.
A hush falls over the crowd as Cooper studies the board. He makes his move. He's adding back the coefficient.
No way.
It's value for P. He's plugging that back in. He takes the derivative and
The
he solves
crowd
the
goes
equation.
wild.
Goes wild.
Yeah.
No bell.
Kripke.
No bell. Kripke.
You had to do it 3 times.
Don't look at my board.
It's a train. Wow.
What's that?
That's a drawing of a really cool train.
You don't get to see it.
Yeah, don't look at that either.
You're working on a grant proposal for a new fusion reactor.
So is he.
I'm working on a grant proposal for a new fusion reactor.
So they asked you to pack up your things and ship out. That's hard cheese, Barry. You're one
He's
of the
actually
good ones.
asking him to work together?
No, they're making us work together.
That's ridiculous. I am one of the great minds of our generation.
Kind of a strange
Aw.
place to put a picture of you and Bernadette.
Well, I wanted everybody to know I love my wife. And nobody to know I forgot to turn off the laser.
Oh. Ooh.
Deal. It's
the best
$500 I've ever spent.
500?
$1,000 on action figures? How can you afford that?
Easy. His family's loaded and Bernadette has a great job.
Wow.
My wife came with...
That. You got ripped off. Oh, God. Oh. Wow.
Maybe Wesley Snipes and Toucan Sam just got action figures that look like you guys. This sucks.
I can't believe
Return
I
it.
wasted all that money.
Oh, and my girlfriend wouldn't let me get one. Look at my face.
Don't gloat
Look
about
smug.
it.
I feel smug.
Aw. You wanted one too, Leonard.
Hate it when you make me sit through all the credits.
Aw.
Sometimes there's a secret ending, like in the Avengers.
Yeah, but I don't think that's gonna happen in a documentary about the Holocaust.
Leonard.
I could show bloopers. Oh no.
What is that?
What is that?
That is Sheldon's I'm unhappy and about to destroy the planet music.
Shouldn't we talk to him?
Shouldn't we talk to him? Have you learned nothing in 6 years?
Aw.
Want me to make you some tea?
Now, T is for when I'm upset. I'm not upset. The university's forcing me to work with Kripke. I'm outraged.
What do you drink when you're outraged?
Coco?
Yes, Coco.
You got very excited for that.
Do you have any idea what it's like to be paired with someone who's so incredibly annoying?
Oh, teacher, me?
Yeah, I did all
Aw.
this great...
What the frig, Cooper? We were supposed to be in my office a half an hour ago.
And yet now you're in my office. Point, Cooper.
It's a power play.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, Kripke.
We agreed to exchange copies of our work. Let me see yours.
Why don't you show me yours first?
It'd be
You think
pretty
I
great
just
if
fell off the turnip truck?
it'd be great if Kripke was actually more
We
ahead of
exchanged
him.
at the same time. Thank you. So we read
Is
each other's
Sheldon's
work,
fake?
meet again tomorrow?
Is it empty? Whose is empty? Whose is fake?
Nice try. This is blank paper.
And I'm sure it's still more valuable than whatever's in here.
Cough it up, Cooper. If this one's blank too, I'm gonna be furious.
Fine.
Oh my God.
There is a way we can get action figures to look exactly like us.
Oh, yeah, how's that?
2 words, 3D printer. But maybe
Surprised
it's 3 words.
this
No.
university
Hang on.
three-dimensional.
Okay. 1 word, a letter, and a number, and maybe a hyphen. 3D printer.
Surprised this university doesn't have one.
They're so expensive.
Oh, come on. You deserve one. You worked hard to find a woman who makes a lot of money.
He's like, yeah, I did.
Work with it. Prototypes of my CAD/CAM design, specialized tools.
Not to mention Malibu Kooper-Kripke in his totally bitching dream house.
What the heck?
You've been awfully quiet tonight. Is everything okay?
I'm fine.
Kripke outdid him.
All right, well, how was work today?
Kripke outdid
Did you
him.
exchange your research with Kripke?
Yes.
Whoa.
Sheldon, what's going on?
Humbled.
I read his research. It's leaps and bounds ahead of mine. Which means the mommy of the smartest physicist at the university is not my mommy as I had thought.
What a silly way of putting
It's
it.
his mommy.
Sheldon, I wish there was something I could do to make you feel better. May I offer you a consoling hug?
What do we have to lose?
Aww.
I feel like I'm being strangled by a boa constrictor.
I didn't say
Watch it
stop. Because you described it that way. Oh, poor Sheldon.
I can't go in today. I'm sick.
Sure you are.
You're not sick. You just don't want to face Kripke.
No. Look.
200.
128.
See?
See.
What did you do? Put this in your tea?
Oh, dear. Now I'm not even smarter than you.
Where'd you put it?
Sheldon, Kripke's not
Where did
smarter
he put
than
it?
you. Sheldon Lee Cooper, I do not have time for this nonsense. Now go put your clothes
Whoa.
on, get in the car, and let's go to work.
Whoa.
All right. Jeez. What a grouch.
At least it worked.
How did I do that? I gotta remember how I did that.
Be short with him. Have
Do you
no
realize
patience.
by owning a 3D printer,
bought one.
we are reclaiming the manufacturing process and taking jobs back from sweatshops in China?
Oh boy.
We printed a whistle.
I thought they were gonna do their action
Amazing.
figures first.
You realize these things go for 25 cents a pop at a party store.
And we made it in only 3 hours.
3 hours.
Sounds just like store-bought.
Okay,
Good job.
Oh, I wish I was in better shape.
Stop holding your stomach and I'll give you a 6-pack with a computer.
Cool.
All right, you can suck it in a little bit.
Jeez.
Your work is really not at a level I expected it to be.
Yeah.
I know. Go ahead and mock me. Just use small words so I understand.
Oh man.
My work would suffer too if I was getting weighed all the time.
Oh, he's gonna think it's Amy's fault? Is he? Oh,
Yes.
he's easing out. He's easing out.
You know, my work is suffering because of
Getting laid.
all the laid I'm getting.
All the laid I'm getting.
You lucky bastard.
What can I say? You know, she enjoys my genitals.
You need to buckle down and focus.
You know, I'll do what I can, but it's not going to be easy because when I'm with Amy and our bathing suit areas mushed together,
Oh my gosh,
boy
Sheldon.
howdy, is it magic.
Saw that coming.
Say hello to my little friend.
Oh.
Oh my god, cute!
Did you make one of her? Oh, you need to scan her.
To be a smaller version of you.
Aw.
3D model.
Did he tell her about the? Aw. Did he tell her about the 3D printer and how much it cost?
I love
Kuther Polly and I bought a used 3D printer for $5,000.
$5,000 for a couple of dolls.
For as many dolls as we want. And whistles.
And whistles.
At any point did it dawn on you to talk to me about spending this kind of money?
Right?
We're married now. That means when you get sick, I take care of you. And when you make a bunch of money, I get to buy stuff.
You have to consult her first.
Sorry if you don't like it, but that's how love works.
That's how love works.
No, you're gonna return the machine, or you could print out a working set of lady parts and sleep with those.
Ooh.
Oh my god, are you actually thinking about it?
You could do that, actually. He's like, not the first time I would try something like that.
If Kripke asks, Tell him my coitus with Amy is frequent, intense, and whimsically inventive.
He's not gonna ask.
You ever gonna sleep with Amy?
That's awfully personal.
We don't ask Sheldon things like that.
Maybe
Why
you
not?
don't. I do. What's the deal?
What's the dealio?
Well,
You guys have been going out a long time. She would clearly like to have a physical relationship with you. So what are you doing?
All right, we're down the rabbit hole. What are you doing?
Oh, he's on board now.
all my life, I have been uncomfortable with the sort of physical contact that comes easily to others. Hugging, prostate exams.
That doesn't come easily to anyone. I don't think. Unless you're into that kind of
But
thing.
I'm working on it.
Are you saying someday you and Amy might actually get physical?
Let's get physical. Physical.
It's a possibility.
Oh my god, her face. Why is he so shocked? Where did you think this conversation was
Sheldon, I
going?
know this wasn't easy for you, and I'm really glad we could have this conversation.
Aw. She was acting so normal about it and then just freaking out behind his back. Oh.
Can you please make that out to Bernadette? I was taken off the joint account until I learned the value of money.
Are you gonna eat lunch?
Nah, I blew my food allowance on Pokemon cards.
Oh wow, he is really irresponsible.
You get any last night?
Sure.
Give it to her good, huh?
Oh,
No,
this
I
creep.
gave it to her well.
Okay.
Now,
It's slang.
Was she naked or was she wearing lingerie?
What?
I didn't notice.
You didn't notice.
Can we get back to work? Sure.
Oh, jeez.
You guys ever use any toys?
Action figures.
I do have a model rocket next to my bed.
Oh my.
Freak, I love it!
He has no idea what he just said. Oh, freaking rocket. Oh, Sheldon. Man, Kripke is so much, just so horny, and he has no outlet, so he just keeps pushing Sheldon for details of his non-existent sexual escapades. Clearly, Sheldon doesn't want to talk about it, but Kripke just keeps pushing. And I mean, Sheldon's committed to the lie at this point, and he says things he doesn't fully understand. His response to "you guys ever use any toys" is to tell Kripke that he has a model rocket next to his bed. Jeez. Oh my. And I wonder how Amy would feel if she were to find out about Sheldon using their sexual relationship to cover for the quality of his work. Like, she's jonesing for Sheldon's magic wand, and yet she never gets it, but then he's spreading rumors about it? That must hurt on some level if she were to find out. And also, it's kind of telling that Sheldon was so incredibly sure he'd be leagues beyond Kripke. He was even playing the Imperial March over having to work with him. But it turned out the situation was the other way around. Sheldon was so distraught realizing that Kripke was so far ahead of him. And if it was anyone else, I'd think that might humble him, but kind of don't see that happening here. But he was so distraught, Amy even offered him a hug, and he actually found it comforting, even if it was a little too constricting. He said something like, "Why'd you stop?" Nice little first part of us realizing in this episode that he's more comfortable with physical touch than he was in the past, though. But yeah, Sheldon has a sense of pride and just finds a way to protect his image by following along with the assumption Kripke made that he's been distracted by sex with Amy all this time. And his work is suffering because of all the laid he's getting. That was just such a great line. But yeah, Penny kind of pushes for an answer to see if Sheldon will actually ever want to have a physical relationship with Amy, and we do get a bit of an answer from him. He could one day see it happening, and I think Amy would love to know that. Definitely not Penny's place to say it. Hopefully she and Leonard don't let it slip or gossip about it, but yeah, Penny's reaction to this revelation was hilarious, completely over the top and just so good. And she was trying to play it cool behind his back while simultaneously unable to contain her shock. Yeah, that was really well done. The action figure saga was a lot of fun as well. I like that Sheldon had zero interest in it once they told him there'd be no kung fu grip. Apparently that's the most important part of an action figure. I don't even know what it means to have a kung fu grip. And as far as Leonard goes, I mean, I'm glad he didn't pay for one because the $500 that Howard and Raj each spent was not worth it. Definitely got ripped off. But I wish Leonard didn't feel like he couldn't get one because he was with Penny. And I don't think an action figure of myself is not something I'd necessarily want, but I think I do understand the appeal. Like for Leonard, it would have been something that would make him happy and he wouldn't be hurting anybody by getting it. Now, if Penny had balked at the price tag, that would be another thing, but she was just mildly judgmental without even knowing how much it would cost. But I guess she wasn't disapproving. Like she had just an immediate bewildered reaction, but was still saying that like, hey, go ahead and get it if it'll make you happy. But Leonard just stopped himself because he feels like he would be judged. And I mean, it did work out for the best this time since the action figures were so bad, but I'd also be curious to see what Leonard's would have looked like since Raj and Howard's were so off the mark. Like, Raj's action figure was black, and Raj was putting on an accent. I guess he was using some AAVE as well. And then Howard's, of course, had that nose that was just way too big. Were there not bad reviews? Like, $500 is a lot to drop just completely blindly. But yeah, speaking of which, Howard not consulting Bernadette when making big financial decisions. Like, okay, depending on the family and their income, $500 might be acceptable without telling your partner in terms of the action figure, but half of the $5,000 3D printer? No way, man. And he also failed to really tell her how much it would help with work. I think that would have softened the blow a bit. And I guess maybe that was a way for him to justify it to himself more than anything when he was first buying it. And yeah, Raj wound up buying his half of the 3D printer, but hey, like, Howard can still use it all the time, right? So there's that. There must be a lot of other uses as well, though, besides whistles and action figures. Hope they actually find a good use for it. But alright, full reaction is going to be on Patreon. Leave a like, really helps with the channel. I'll see you guys next week with more. Bye, friends.